And joining us live from Lebanon's capital, Beirut, is Professor Dunia Harajli. She's professor at the Lebanese American University in the city. Professor Dunia, welcome. Thank you for speaking to us at this difficult time. In your assessment, ma'am, what is the latest situation in southern Lebanon right now?
Actually, the situation is very, very complex. It's deeply troubling. Violence, displacement, suffering. In just 24 hours, we have over 558 martyrs, among them 50 children and 40 women. Almost 2,000 people are wounded, and almost 1 million are being displaced right now. They are internal refugees. And it's truly heartbreaking because those fleeing the violence, those fleeing the massacres are left homeless, vulnerable. They're really grappling with the loss of their homes and livelihood. And they're lacking the basic necessities like shelter, food, clean water, medical care. Yesterday, the Israelis told people to leave, and they did threaten to start bombing the villages. However, when people started leaving, they encountered airstrikes on the way. They did not give them enough time to pack and leave in safety. On the contrary, there were airstrikes against ambulances, against families. From the south to Beirut, a normal trip that would take only an hour, yesterday took more than 10 hours. With all places shut down, people were left stranded in a horrific traffic with no access to water, food, and that in itself is suffering. Today, they are all over Beirut. They're sleeping on the streets. Of course, the internal community, as we are a collectivist culture, we try to help by opening homes, by opening schools. The government has opened almost 100 schools for those internal refugees to be there. But still, the fear, the widespread fear, and the instability of what next, and the cycle of grief and trauma and loss of life that we are witnessing is unprecedented. I repeat, unprecedented. In the past, we've had a lot of atrocities and massacres and genocides, especially when people try to hide in places, and then the Israeli flagrant aggression against civilians.
Professor Harajli, are you saying that 1 million people have been displaced in Lebanon? Is that how many people have been displaced? We know over 500 people have been killed, but 1 million people displaced would make this a huge humanitarian catastrophe.
Yes. Right now, we have almost 1 million refugees from the rural areas coming to the urban areas, and we cannot accommodate all of them. We have many people in the streets sleeping in cars, and those are people that live, their livelihood is the village. Put aside that until 3 days ago, we had a $6 billion fee of economic impact of the land that has been destroyed by airstrikes, the agriculture, the infrastructure. Everything already is in complete, if you want, disarray and chaos. And add to it right now the internal refugees that are coming to the cities. And already, let's put it in the context that the Lebanese government is already struggling. In the past 4 years, we've had every single kind of crisis you can think of. The political crisis, financial, economic, demographic, the Beirut explosion, of course, with the corona, all together, and the inflation and the loss of money of the people in the bank. So already you're talking about a population that's really poor.
Professor Dunia Harajli, thank you very much for speaking to India today. A very troubling time in your country, Lebanon. We will keep in touch. We will get more inputs from you on this unfolding story. But 1 million people displaced, says an academic from Lebanon. And the fact that 580 or more people have been killed, many of them children, means that this is a fresh flashpoint in this crisis so far.